up? What's up? I realized that I kind of like disappeared abruptly as far as doing live videos, and I wanted to come back today to do a live to more clearly talk about what's happening now and what is going to happen. I've really been thinking seriously about the Zoom calls. I really do want to get into the Zoom call video. So that's something that's been heavy on my mind. But before I create the Zoom space, I'm gonna have to do like a really, really serious fast so that the ancestors could reveal to me who needs to be a part of that Zoom call. So fasting has been a bit of a struggle here lately. And part of the reason why it's been a struggle, I'm going to explain in a story that I'm about to tell briefly. But I let my little BDBs, my little cuckoo bugs, my little kinky um, hair show today because I wanted you to see how much my hair has grown out since I shaved it, because I shaved it after the last time. I was a few days after I was physically intimate. The last time, I don't think that I've been sexually active since. Um, oh my goodness, what, January? Cause yeah, in January, it definitely was not active. Probably like the middle of January was the last time that I was active. Right around the time, uh, Empathy and I stopped communicating with each other. Like a few days before that, I stopped being sexually active, and then I shaved my head, and so all this is virgin hair, virgin. But anyway, I want to share a story about uh, the last time I fast. And so the last time I did a serious fast, because I've done like a couple of 3 day fasts where I was just like eating fruit, or I did like a 1 day fast where I didn't eat for the whole day, like 24 hours. Like I do that pretty regularly. I do that um, typically around the holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, because I don't celebrate those days in the ways that other people do. And so, Grand Rising, Sharonda, but I don't typically celebrate those days in the way that other people do. So I do like a 1 day fast around the holidays, not like really like serious, heavy fasting, but just like 1 day, But now I'm in this place of where I'm constantly hearing, the ancestors saying, okay, it's time for you to really kick it up a notch. It's time for you to take it to the next level. And I have been struggling with that. And the reason why I've been struggling with it so fiercely is because when you fast, you don't just physically lose weight, you spiritually lose dead weight. When you are really, really focused and disciplined and you are giving up those things that don't serve you, you really legit start to lose the things that are not meant to be in your life, the distractions, the illusions, all of those things, you lose them. And I'm a little nervous about what that means. I'm a little nervous about what spirit is going to reveal to me, that's not serving me. Like what part of this is going to fade away? What part of this matrix, what part of this game it's gonna die off. You know, like what part of it? Because I remember the last time I did a serious fast, I was staying with my uncle in Atlanta, which oddly enough I'm in Atlanta. Well, I'm not in Atlanta, but I'm around Atlanta. The last time I was here, I, it was like 2017. I had just came back from Africa for the first time. Might have been no, it was 2016. I had just came back from Africa for the first time. I was with this boy that I liked, and yeah, okay. I was with this boy that I liked, and I knew he knew that I was trans. Like I knew he knew the T, even though I'm post-op. I feel like I do things and I say things that make it obvious that there's more to me than meets the eye, even though, you know, when I take my clothes off, you still see, you know, what you would see anatomically on a female. You know, you still see, you know, you don't see nothing hanging. You see, you know. So, but even though, you know, when I take my clothes off, it's giving you female, I still feel like there are certain things that I say or the way that I act or the way that I carry myself, you still supposed to be able to get it. You know what I'm saying? And I used to be one of those people that used to be messed up about when you got it. Like I used to live in this reality where I was like, oh, they gonna get my tea. Oh, they gonna figure out my tea. Oh, they gonna know who I am. Oh, you know, I'm so, you know, I used to be worried about people getting my tea, but now I'm happy that people get my tea. I appreciate the wholeness. I appreciate people seeing my wholeness. Hey, 100% pure love. I appreciate people seeing my wholeness. And so, you know, I feel like whatever it was that I was doing, I feel like I was walking in my wholeness and I felt like, you know, I felt like the guy that I was talking to because I was getting, you know, I used to get, you know, trees from him. I get marijuana from him. So I felt like he knew my tea. And like he was like I was around his family and everything, his sisters, you know, like this was like he lived with his sister, he lived with his cousins, he lived with his family. So when I would go around there to get weed, everybody knew, you know, like the whole family there. So I'm like, okay, you know what time it is. Like this is what I'm thinking in my mind. You know what time it is. So anyway, I go around there like he flirting with me, talking. You know, we done got to the point like when I first went the first couple of times I went around there, I just got the weed. You know, that's all. You know, I got my little trees from him, and I kept it pushing. You know, we didn't do too much. We didn't, you know, we didn't get into too much, but he started to really like me, so he started to flirt with me. And so he was attractive, like he was a very handsome man. So I responded, you know, and things began to escalate. And so one night I was over there, we had been drinking, and he, you know, he was like, he wanted to hook up. So we had did, you know, we had played in the snow. We had did a couple of bumps. And that was like, cause everything went left. Like another personality came out of him. Like he like, and that's one thing. That's why I don't play in the snow like that. Like I'm not judging people who play in the snow and people who, you know, like to do Tina all the time and who like to do like the stimulant drugs, like the upper drugs. Like I'm not judging you for what you like to do. But one of the reasons why I can't play in the snow every day and I can't do like the stimulant things every day because I know that it it develops this bipolarness. Like it really, really feeds a bipolar nature because the stimulant releases all of these endorphins and you really, really just happy and you just hype. And then the next day, you're super depressed. you're super down, you're super drained because your body has produced so much endorphins while you were high. And so for me, I understand that some people like literally have pain in their body. And so this is a way that they medicate. But for me, I just can't play in the snow all the time because I'm not disabled in that way. I do feel like sometimes the way that I process information because other people don't think like me, I do feel like that puts me at a disadvantage sometimes in society. But my different abilities don't impede upon me physically. I can still physically function in a way to whereas I don't need pain management. So I'm not judging people who, do who play in the snow or who do Tina because we don't know what's going on in their body. And this may be a form of medicating for them that helps them to manage pain, that helps them to manage whatever's going on. So it's not a condemnation from me. I'm just saying that I can't play in the snow every day because I know that it's a bipolar thing. It feeds the bipolar energy. So anyway, and I'm already a Gemini. I'm already a Gemini. So I'm already known for having, we can be two-sided. We can look at things this way and look at things that way. I don't need any drugs that's going to make that even more severe, like make that experience even more intense. Grand Rising Anandia, I don't need anything that's gonna make that more intense. So I don't I don't like I will indulge. I will have my little sleigh rides every now and then. But just sitting around playing in the snow every week or playing in the snow every other week or it's something that I do, like if I'm in communion or like if we going out and it's late because I'm old and I'm trying to stay up. It's not no, ooh, girl, like I wake up, girl, where's the bump at, girl? Ooh, where the snow, girl? I need me a bump today, girl. It's not that for me. And like I said, with Tina, I tried to do that, girl. I don't like doing nothing that I can't go to sleep on. And I love sleep because I'm a natural insomniac. So it'd be hard for me to go to sleep sometime. And so the reason why I can't do Tina is because I noticed that Tina be having the children glitching. The girls be glitching on that T. The girls be you be seeing some of the girls, they be glitching and their brains start working differently and they be taking on too much information and sometimes they be giving them out overload because you're not getting sleep and you're constantly processing. Girl, it's just much. So for me, my base is I'm gonna have me a little cocktail, I'm gonna have me a little marijuana, and I can't even smoke weed like I used to smoke weed. Cause baby, I used to cut blow back in the day. Oh, child, I used to cut puff, girl. I used to cut puff, girl. When I tell you, now there's still some girls that just puff the magic dragon, and I was never a girl that puffed like that. But when I was in my 20s, girl, I used to puff down. But now, girl, one joint. If I'm by myself now, if I'm around people who smoke, and it's kind of like a session going on, then girl, I'm gonna try to keep up with the session, but I'm not gonna be no girl every rotation, girl. I'm probably gonna tap out before everybody else. I'm probably gonna be like, oh, okay, girl, I had enough. Cause girl, we be making me paranoid. I'm just gonna go ahead and keep it real, girl. I don't like being paranoid, girl. I get one or two puffs, girl, and I start connecting with the astral plane and start hearing stuff and seeing stuff and unseen forces start talking to me. I'd be like, girl, okay, girl, okay, girl, okay. So I can't really puff like I used to puff because I really honestly be tapping into the spirit realm and all that. I start hearing stuff and seeing stuff. And I'm like, I already be hearing stuff and seeing stuff sober. I don't need to get high to hear and see stuff. So I really don't need too much Anubis, that have to do with the dead and all that. The spirits and stuff, Anubis. I don't need too much Anubis. Because I already be seeing them. I already be hearing them. I don't need to be too high to see and hear. So for me, it's like just, and some people like, it's just different for them. It's just like their nerves be bad and it's for to calm them down. But anyway, I got a little derailed. I got a little derailed, especially since the government started making it free because they're doing all type of stuff to it. But I was talking to this guy, right, and me and him had did a bump together, and he wanted to hook up. So, child, when we hooked up, this was before I had the revision, and y'all know, before I had the revision, I couldn't really take, I could take it like, cause I could like when I was with my husband in South Africa, me and him never had anal sex the whole while I was there. We had vaginal sex the whole while I was there. And it was because he had a sensitive penis, and it was because he was not addicted to porn. Like, he wasn't watching pornography all the time. So he had a sensitive penis, and he wasn't like, a lot of American men or American males, they've been watching so much porn. They've been watching so much, like, they done seen so much nasty sexual stuff. They done seen so much stuff that it takes their tolerance is so hard. It's like how people say, you have a low alcohol tolerance, or you have a low drug tolerance, like your tolerance is low, like you can't handle that much. What I find about American men and black men in particular, because black men are sexualized, black men are hypersexualized. Like, black men are looked at as stallions and bucks, and they always supposed to be ready for it, and they always supposed to want it and need it and know how to do it, and they mandingo, and he about to come put it down and give it. And so, because that's the stereotype, and America is the center of all that, a lot of these black men have been programmed to believe that they need to be sex gods. They need to be sex demons. Like, they need to just be on another level sexually. And because of that, it takes a lot to make them get off, especially when they hyped up on them drugs. And they will want to do some of the most vile and debaucherous things in order to achieve an orgasm. And hey, S child. And so when me and him was together, he was not satisfied with, with the opening with my empower. He wasn't satisfied with that. He wanted to go in the booty hole. And when I let him do it, I knew, like, I felt his energy shift when he was able to get that out of me. It was like he had conquered me. And I think a shame hit him, because the shame hit me. Bitch, when I had to turn over and let him go in that back door, because I could not, because he was not satisfied. The shame hit both of us at the same time. I was ashamed and he was ashamed. And the shame caused him to start, we was on that dust. We had went on a hay ride, on a sleigh ride. And he switched up on me, and I immediately felt unsafe in the house, because I'm in the house with your whole family. So if all of y'all click out on me and you try to lie and say you didn't know my tea, even though I knew these people knew my tea, but they all would have lied and say that this child didn't know. They all would have lied and said that this boy didn't know. Like, his sisters would have defended him, his cousins would have defended him. The whole house was prepared to say that he tricked me, that I tricked him. The whole house was prepared to say this, even though I know that I did not trick this child. I was coming over there all the time, getting weed, sitting up laughing and chopping it up, being myself, just like I'm being myself now. Just like I'm being myself now. There was no act, there was no performance. Yeah, I have made modifications to my body, but I still move in wholeness. I still move in wholeness. So y'all knew what time it was, but the whole family would have been prepared to lie and say that I tricked him. And so after that happened, I I went on a serious fast because I knew I had to get my life together. I went home. Um, I told my uncle what happened. I didn't lie to him. I told him the whole story because my uncle was worried about me. My uncle did not judge me. He did not put me down. I cried to him. I mean, I boo-hooed. I was so ashamed of myself. And I began a fast that week, and I ate raw. Like, I didn't eat anything cooked. I didn't eat anything cooked on the stove. And I lasted about 8 days. I ate once a day, and I ate raw. I didn't eat anything cooked, and I did it for about 8 days. And when I tell you, everything started changing, my skin, my body, my hair, my body started terraforming. I started physically changing. I started mentally changing. I had so much peace. I had so much peace. I was parts of my intellectual spirituality was awakening within me. My power was awakening in me that had been dormant, you know. And it took me going through that traumatic experience for me to buckle down and decide to do it. But ultimately, the fast ended up breaking because one of my cousins, who was younger than me, who was like 30 something years old, I think I was in my early 40s at the time. But one of my cousins, who was like in his early 30s, he died from black and mild cigars. Child died from black and mild cigars. And my uncle came up in the room, and my uncle was like, My uncle made me eat. He fixed a plate of food. He fixed a plate of cooked food. And he said, because he saw the peace. He saw, when you're at peace with yourself, you transition, you ascend. And so my uncle didn't know if I was about to give up the ghost. He didn't know if I was about to chunk up the deuces. He didn't know if I was about to go ahead and keep on fasting until I transitioned up out of it. My uncle walked up in that room, and my uncle had a plate of food, and my uncle said, you're not about to leave me. And he brought me a plate of food and told me to eat. He brought me a plate of food and told me to eat. He said, "You not about to leave me too." Hey, just give me reefer and a slight light cocktail. The come down from powder is horrible. Unless you have a Zan bar and a day's rest to rehydrate afterwards. You do. You have to have some type of something to balance it out. We see things from both sides. That's true. Mm. Yes, ma'am. No, baby. You bring me some orange juice, though. Orange juice. I love and appreciate tender dick men. Too many men, especially Americans, are turned out on porn. They sure are. Girl, it's sad and disgusting, bitch. I'm pinning that. It's turned out demonic times. They get off on degrading you and pushing your boundaries. Yes, they love turning the tables on women. Yes, as child. Uh, okay, Nandia said, okay, pure love. They can't even be present or functional mentally. Mentally bereft. I'm at the point of don't touch me. Don't touch my tomatoes. Yeah, I'm literally like, like I said at the beginning of the video before y'all came on, this is all virgin hair. Y'all know ever since I shaved my head when I had that whole incident with the empathy situation and she drugged for me about having a butch queen and all that. Um Girl, I shaved my head after that and baby I ain't had none since. And the dude who I told y'all about, the one that asked me for the $10, girl, he ain't messaged me or called me, and girl, I ain't messaged him or called him, girl. Girl, I ain't messaged him or called him, and he ain't messaged or called me. Girl, y'all got rid of Ink 2020 real fast, huh? So, as I was saying at the beginning of the live video, there's a few things that I want to talk about in this video. So I got some time today. I'm not gonna rush off the live, but I am going to after this live, I am not going to be going live for a while. And when I come back, I am going to do a couple of more lives before the Zoom group. But I'm taking another break, like, because I do realize that I kind of left abruptly and I did not like communicate why I was leaving. So first, I just felt drained, and I just felt like because I'm doing other things, like I'm helping out. We are right now in the process of getting 18 Rottweiler puppies ready to go and find their forever homes. And so with that being said, and I've been doing a lot of traveling, and just with the climate that we're in, I'm an empathic person. And so I realized that I needed to do some self-care. In the process of doing the self-care, I started to develop some flu-like symptoms. For the past few days, I've been nursing a cold, which is why I'm chewing on this lemon. I've been nursing a cold for like the past 3 or 4 days. And so I definitely wasn't about to go live. But there were so many things that I wanted to say. I felt like it couldn't have been said in a 10-minute video, like so many things that I wanted to talk about. So I felt like it was important to check in with y'all before I just was like, okay, I'm going to take some time. Thank you, S Child. Before I just, take this time to myself. But I know, why I ended up getting sick is because I've been eating what I've been wanting to eat. I have not been being disciplined diet-wise. And I've been making excuses for it because I'm not fucking. I was like, girl, you ain't getting no dick, girl. And I'm barely smoking weed. Like, I was like, girl, you ain't getting no dick, girl. You barely smoking weed, girl. Miss Thing, what's wrong with fried this and cheese on that? Because, I don't really fuck with dairy like that. I don't really fuck with dairy and pork. But, girl, I've had a pork rib here. I've been putting cheese on everything. Bitch, fried wings, bitch. Oh, yes, ma'am. A girl have been eating out the trash can, bitch. Oh, it's been a trash can eatery, bitch. But yesterday, I got my ass up. I went to the store. I made me some vegan gumbo. I bought me a whole bunch of fruits and vegetables. And I didn't eat any meat yesterday. I didn't eat any dairy yesterday. And I feel a lot better. I feel a lot better. I'm a little doped up because I have been taking like the little Benadryls and like this because when I am in situations like this, like I told y'all, I'm a natural insomniac. So if I'm uncomfortable, I'm less likely to sleep. And what you need to heal is sleep. So if I'm up, I'm not healing because I'm not getting rest. So I have to take like the NyQuil, I have to mix that with stuff to help knock me out so I can actually get sleep. So for the past 3 or 4 days, bitch, I've been high off NyQuil, bitch, and high off NyQuil and Benadryl, bitch. High. Self care is the best care. That's right. Some bone broth and hot tea. Oh, child, me and tea. Baby, when I tell you, girl, if I had $1 for every cup of tea out of there, girl, I have been tea, bitch. It's been tea, bitch. Oh, girl, I have been teed out, honey. Vegan cheese is a lit alternative, and I like vegan cheese. Like I have vegan cheese in the refrigerator, but I'm not in my own house. I'm at my sister's house, and she have a different diet than me. And girl, she eats. She don't do drugs. She don't drink. She don't run the streets. She don't do all the stuff that I do. So the only thing that she really will indulge is an old a soulful meal, some vittles. That bitch gonna eat. And when I get around her, I be like, sometimes I was like, the last time I was around her, I was disciplined, but this time, I was like, fuck it, bitch. I'm like, I'm about to eat too, bitch. So it's finding a balance. Higher than a giraffe in a helicopter. I've been a dread NyQuil combination. Bitch, hi. Bitch, hi, bitch. Hi. Bitch. Bitch, I've been for the past 3 days, bitch, I've been. And I caught myself trying to sneak and hit some weed the other day. Child, I took 2 puffs off of that weed, and see me, I already know when I'm going through this, I can't put anything in my lungs. I can't burn anything in my lungs, but I tried to be hard-headed because somebody had just gave me this big old lovely bag of weed. I mean, a big old lovely bag of weed. And I was like, girl, I got all this good smelling pine, girl. Bitch, I'm about to hit some of this, girl. Girl, I tried to hit some of that weed the day before yesterday. I took 2 puffs off of that, girl, and bitch, I noticed that my throat just, girl, I was like, girl, just can't get right, girl. It's just giving very much can't get right, girl, from life, girl. Just can't get right. And I'm like, oh no, man, girl, bitch, I had to cut that out. I like to eat lemon because lemon help with my throat. But the thing that you have to know about lemon is eating a lot of lemon, it does something to your melanin. So lemon will make you light skinned because lemon does something to melanin. So that's why I try not to eat it all the time because bitch, I ain't trying to be that light skinned. But lemon does do something to the melanin. So you can't be just around here just eating lemon every damn day of your life, bitch, because lemon does something to your. I feel like I'm astral projecting when I get high. I can't smoke anymore like that. Yeah, I can't. I can only have so much weed. I can only take a couple of puffs. I can't smoke like I used to could smoke. But wait, hold on. So I've been taking notes on some of the things that I wanted to talk about. Because y'all know I had my notes. But like I said, I'm going to take another break after this live. I'm gonna take me another break, maybe another week break. And I'm really, when I get ready to talk about my fast, when I get ready to go on my fast, because I'm going to have to do a serious fast before I do the Zoom group. Uh, I did a video with somebody who has like a pretty nice sized platform on YouTube. We did like a Zoom video, and I think that should be coming out really soon. They're like an androgynous person, and Kadiva, and I think that's supposed to be coming out soon. But we did like a Zoom video, so um it was really really good. So that should be coming out soon. But I wrote some notes down, and I want to talk about this. So I got two different topics that I want to touch on. Wait, let me see. Lemon and honey will lighten the ass up. I was busy, couldn't text. And I was multitasking. Okay, so I want to discuss really briefly Beauty in Black, because I watched a little bit of that. Tyler Perry's Beauty in Black. I was surprised to see Netflix showing bare dick. Like Tyler Perry represents a Tyler Perry is revealing what the world really is. Like Tyler Perry is showing this side of men, that showing that men are sexually exploited in the same way that women are, that men are, like, all of the connotations that we try to heap on women, men are that too. Like Tyler Perry content really reveals how much of, like in the dynamic of the older man who's wealthy and got all of this money and leaves his resources, like marries a woman that he's not attracted to. He loved the man, him and the man having sex and being together, the little light-skinned man that they let live, the little light-skinned man. Now, just spoiler alert, so if you haven't seen it, then you might want to check out on this point. But the colorism came in when the wife was dealing with a dark-skinned dude and he made a mistake, and she made him get in a bag, made him get inside of a bag, and then shot him inside of the bag and killed him. But the light-skinned dude was doing the same foolishness, if not worse. The light-skinned dude had done so much crazy foolishness, and the light-skinned dude got to live. And he was and the man left all of his power and his resources to the female that he was not sexually attracted to, that he was not having any relationship. He left her all of his wealth and power so that his family would not win, but was sleeping with the man. Then you go to the strip club and you see the men bouncing booty and slanging peace, and like Tyler Perry just really, like, he has studied the cis community. He has studied the heterosexual community so much so, like, he's become so good at studying them. But he is really like, I used to like really be bitter with Tyler Perry, but now I'm starting to appreciate what he's revealing about Black people true nature. Like it's a ugly truth. It's a ugly truth. And that's why a lot of people don't like Tyler Perry. That's why a lot of people say what they say about him as an artist and as a storyteller. You know, we make fun of how he tells the same stories and how he's always telling these negative stories and how he's always like doing the stereotypes and the tropes, but it's real. Like that's the society that we live in, and if we didn't, people wouldn't continue to support it. Like literally, who the fuck is watching it? Who? Why did? Well, like where are all these actors and actresses coming from? I don't see no black folks boycotting on being a part of the cast. I don't see black people boycotting doing his films. I don't see black people boycott being a part of his work. Like he has no shortage of employees. And so the reality of the matter is it may hurt to see, but it's just reality. It's a reality for a lot of black people. A lot of people are there. Black people are there in that space. A lot of black people really vibe with that. And and while I'm on that subject, I want to really briefly go into the whole Tamar and Craig situation. Like, because I saw Armand Wiggins speak on this the other day, talk about so it was crazy because T.S. Madison kept calling Craig sis and was like, let my two sisters talk. And Craig was in his feelings because Tamar kept calling him sis and saying and talking about. And so this is the part that's crazy for me. Why is it a problem for gay men to be called sis, but y'all call each other sis? Like, it's to me like we always saying that white people can't say the word nigga, but it's like we got all of these layers of it's just layers of you can't say this if you're not in this community, and you can't say this if you're not in this community, and you can't, and if we not like, like, so like gay men, you call yourself bitch, you call yourself sis, like Armand was like, he would have read her if she would have said that, but Armand, you're always calling yourself that bitch. You're always calling yourself that girl. So why can't a female call you, like, why can't a cis woman call you cis girl, that bitch? It's kind of like saying like you're beneath me almost. It's like saying that know your place. It's almost like saying stay in your place, like stay in your lane, bitch, like you're beneath me. And I'm going to use patriarchy and I'm going to use misogyny to tell you that you're not allowed. I could sit up and call you fish, but you can't. So you're sitting up calling females fish, but they can't call you sis? Make that shit make sense. Like all through the video, Armand was calling cause fish. And if she would have called me sis, oh, you don't want to see her. You don't want her to come. You don't want her to show up. Thank you. But you're literally the stuff that you're telling them that they can't say, the stuff that you're telling them that they can't do, bitch, you literally being disrespectful. It's crazy. And so I didn't understand why Craig was upset, because to me, nothing that Tamar said was that bad. Tamar was just like, girl, you got your titties out. Girl, sis, girl, like it was playful to me. It wasn't over the top. It wasn't too much. She wasn't talking about you HIV positive punk, you fag, you dick in the booty, like she wasn't. It wasn't that serious. Like it was playful to me. It was like, girl, you got your titties out, girl. It wasn't like, to me, I just feel like a lot of times butch queens be like, some butch queens be wanting just like the utmost respect. And I'm like, why though? Like, why? Like, where's all this coming from? So anyway, that's my beauty in black that kind of like ran into the whole shit with, because it's like Tyler Perry is exposing that the boys is girls. And then you see the girls in their feelings. You see the boys in their feelings. Like y'all want to constantly call y'all self girl, and y'all want to constantly play in. Like if a black man is talking on females all the time, that comes with the territory. You have to be ready. Like if you constantly is like they always talking about black trans women being in female spaces, but black gay men are always putting their mouth on black females, which in a sense is a virtual invasion of your space. When you have black gay men speaking on communities in which they don't, in which they're not maneuvering in these spaces, when you have black gay men always speaking on that, that is a virtual invasion of your space. And so you're worried about black trans women being physically in your spaces when meanwhile a lot of black gay men are dictating to you how your space should operate virtually. Like they're literally speaking on your shit virtually, telling you this is how your shit should be, this is how you should maneuver, this how you should walk, this how you should talk, this how you should look, this how you should dress, this how you should act. Like these bitches are not physically in your space, but they're still virtually dictating to you how your space should operate. But bitch, you worried about a bitch who in the struggle with you, girl. Make that shit make sense. Bitch, I'm here windmilling beside you, bitch. Bitch, I'm like that black woman who said, bitch, that's my man and I'm sticking beside him, bitch. That's how a lot of trans women is when it comes to womanhood and the black movement with black women, bitch. This my movement and I'm sticking beside it, bitch. This my movement, bitch, and I'm sticking beside it. Bitch, this is my movement and I'm sticking beside it, bitch. We literally out here in the trenches, bitch, windmilling with you hoes, bitch. But bitch, it's motherfuckers who don't even physically maneuver in this space with you physically. That's speaking over your space. That's talking about your space. Black gay men are not physically in your spaces, but somehow they still have the authority and the right to dictate to you how that space operates, bitch. And they're not even in your spaces, bitch. Girl, gag on that. Girl, gag. Gag, sis. Gag. Gag. It's giving subliminal misogyny. That punk was pressed. She was giving cute reads, and he was triggered, his fragile masculinity. And it was, I hate how they be so much I'm a man in women's spaces. Right. It's very much you trying to exalt yourself. It's very much an exaltation of if it's very much exaltation. They don't mind allowing punks to dominate their spaces until they piss them off. Society studied the playbook on Blackistan, but has a double standard for the dolls. And they be plotting on fish husbands, baby daddies, sons, nephews on the low all the time. All the time. So so that was my Beauty in the Black take. Child, I don't know if y'all have seen Hung, but Hung is about this white man who is in his 40s who starts selling dick in his 40s. I want, like, if you have not, bitch, a white man in his 40s who is selling dick at $600 a pop. A white man in his 40s selling dick at $600 a pop. That's all I'm gonna tell y'all for right now. It's called, the name of the show is called Hung. And it's a white man, a Caucasian man, who is selling dick in his 40s for $600 a pop. It must be nice. for you to be able to sell dick in your 40s at $600 a pop. That's you tried to watch it. You don't want to see the white pig. Baby, when I tell you it's a tumultuous journey, honey, they had an episode about the trans women. Child, it was so much, but it's just so many layers because the white man is literally being pimped by a white woman. Like the white woman is his pimp. And he's at a football game and he got his trick at the football game and a white woman at the football game. Chill. Child, he got his trick, his ex-wife, his pimp, all at the basketball game. Or was it a baseball game? But it's his pimp, it's one of his tricks, and his ex-wife. White people be on some other shit. White people be on some other shit. Now, have y'all seen Siren the Watchers? Siren the Watchers. So in this particular movie, um, a boy who is half black and half white and a king, he gives up his human form to become a mermaid and to be a part of the Mer Kingdom. Ciao. Interesting movie. Sirens the Watchers. A biracial prince who has a prejudiced ass, bigoted ass father. He gives up his humanity to become a mermaid with his and live under the sea with the mermaid princess. So that's something that you definitely want to check out. Siren the Watchers. Okay, so one of my favorite series right now is is Family Business New Orleans. Family Business New Orleans. Child, I can't explain why. I'm sitting up here. I just wish it was the episode out right now for me to watch. Leela Rashawn is in it from Waiting to Exhale. She plays like the matriarch of the family in New Orleans. You know the guy who played Martin Lawrence's son in Big Mama's House. He plays one of her sons. Then you got Derwin, who was in the game. He plays her brother. And David Banner is like the villain. David Banner is like, the opposition. So the show is really, really good. It's a lot of killing, a lot of fighting. But the thing that I love about it is it's about New Orleans. I don't know if it was really physically shot in New Orleans. I question that because I haven't really seen enough footage. Like they'll show you like pictures of the dome and stuff like that. But I don't know if it was physically shot in New Orleans. Um, I think it's another thing that kind of like reveals the truth to you that we live in a society that's really, really like separating us and forcing us to think about our relationship to our biological family and to our direct kin, and just not really, looking for that chosen family, not really looking for that spiritual family, and not just thinking beyond, so when I'm watching it critically and I'm watching it fully aware of, there's this sort of indoctrination into this thought process of thinking about your physical family, thinking about your physical relatives. Because even in the intro, it says, all I know is my family. All I know is my kin. I'm going to burn this city down about them. So basically, and it's like, ain't no business if the family ain't in it. You know what I'm saying? So it's promoting this idea that, die for your blood family, die for your blood kin, die for the people who are your blood, when all the time your blood family some of that shit don't need to be held up. Some of that shit don't need to be, but I do like it. I do watch it. I do watch it repeatedly. I do love it. Um, I love Leela Rashawn. Got a girl called Sunshine. Showing the truth. Got a girl. Okay. So and did y'all see the movie where the boy from Pose played a movie based on a real trans person, and that's on BET. And they started crafting, like it was really crafty. They was like doing stuff with the credit cards and doing credit card scams and all that, and they ended up getting shot. That was actually pretty good. That was actually pretty good. I wished that they could have used a trans identified person, not necessarily a cis looking trans person, because we don't, all trans people don't look cis. But I just wish they would have used a real trans identified person. It didn't have to necessarily be a trans person who looks cis passing, but they definitely could have used a trans identified person. But I do feel like, they did the role justice. They did the role justice. This is another idea that I've been working on, and I'm probably going to come back and flush this out and talk about this more in another video. But I'm finna ask a question, and I want, everyone who's on the live to really, really think about what is being said. So why is the mother suppressed in politics and religion? So does anybody want to take a stab at this question before I say what I have written down? Why is maternal energy suppressed in politics and religion? Now, I want us to first think about, what does the mother embody? What is when you think of maternal energy, what are some of the adjectives or some of the words you would use to describe maternal energy? What's some of the words that come up in your mind when you think about what maternal energy represents? Because there's one word that I'm looking for. When you think about what maternal energy represents, what comes up for you? All right. So 100% pure love. The first word that you wrote, because her aura is a threat to patriarchy. The fact that she can create bothers men, because the mother's intuition has unlimited strategic thinking skills that can think further in the long run instead of just a certain point. The first word, all of these answers, like, because I think y'all answered different aspects of the question. So, because at first I asked you, why was the mother suppressed in politics and religion? And Anandia and S Child 5, y'all answered that question very well. And 100% Pure Love answered the question when I said, what are some of the things that we think of when we think of what maternal energy represents? And the first word that 100% Pure Love said was nurturing. And so this is what I said. When many of us think of mama, we think of nurturers. This society tries to contain potential by restricting and suppressing the very essence of of energy that centers the act or state of nurturing. Let me read that again. This society tries to contain the potential by restricting and suppressing the very essence or energy that centers the act or state of nurturing. So, if you are trying to create sheep, worker bees, and slaves, at some point, the nurturing has to stop. Did you hear what I said? If the goal is to have slaves, worker bees, and stock and cattle, at some point the nurturing has to, you can't keep nurturing it because it's going to evolve, it's going to grow, it's going to change. You don't want that. And so you have to contain the potential. At some point the nurturing has to stop. And so this is why maternal energy is suppressed, because maternal energy is innately a nurturer. Some things this reality will tell you should not be nurtured, but what we know about in nature is that when you nurture, everything in nature is nurtured. And it lives its life, it expires, and its energy becomes a part of another entity's life force. So everything is working together for the good. Everything is working together. But in society, we have these conditions where they tell us, oh no, we ain't nurturing that. We're not feeding that, because you don't want to see what that's going to evolve into. You don't want to see what's going to, because see, everything is not meant to make sense to you throughout the whole process. And see, that's what maternal energy understands. Bitch, everything don't have to make sense all the time. But in the long run, you will get it. A man, a woman. So, because in a hierarchical society, nature Because in a hierarchical society, nature is intended to have a limit, a cap, a direction, or a set path. Because in a hierarchical society, nurture, is intended to have a limit, a cap, a direction, a set path. I gotta say that again. Because in a society that has a hierarchical system, nature or nurture is indeed intended to have a limit, a cap. We stop in here. A direction or a set path. And then that's when I said, ironically, we say the acronym is MAGA, to make America great again. But really, they're trying to make America mediocre again, which is mama. So if we actually called MAGA what it really was, we're not going to be able to avoid calling on the name of mama. We're not going to be able to avoid it because y'all trying to make America mediocre again. And that's mama. And so even without saying her name, MAGA is calling on mama, because MAGA is really mama in disguise. Y'all really calling mama name every time you fucking say MAGA, because MAGA is not about making America great again. It's about making America mediocre again. And bitch, that's mama. So bitch, even without saying her name, you're still saying her name. She's coming. She's coming. She's coming. She's coming. As a matter of fact, she already here. How about that? So keep saying MAGA. Because you call him mama. How about that? Gaia. Tiamat. Come on now. A puppy mill. They don't want the mother to they don't want the mother to stop creating. They just don't want the mother. They want the mother to create, but they don't want the mother to nurture. Create, create, but don't nurture. Create. You better say that, S child. They don't want her to stop creating, but they don't want her to do too much nurturing. How dare you around here nurture us into evolution? A hamster wheel. They don't they don't want you to know or have a mother. Fall out a hole, get to work doing nonsense until you die. 100% pure love. You had better say that. You had better say that. They don't want you to know or have a mother. Then you have these coon ass punkettes that was born with vaginas. You got these raccoon ass punkettes. My God is God today. You got these raccoon punkettes born with vaginas. Round here co-signing the foolery, the tomfoolery. These raccoon punkettes round here co-signing tomfoolery. And this is why I stand down on a lot of these fights. You know, I was looking at something on Instagram earlier today where Laverne Cox was talking about she'll never date a straight man. And she said it's a horrible fate to be in love with a straight man or to be with a straight man because women have evolved. And so I was looking down in the comment section and they was airing her. Oh, you a man in a wig. Oh, what you mean we done evolved? Bitch, you ain't no woman. And this is why I stay away from conversations where it's like the men versus women thing. Especially cause I went on a rabbit hole and went on her page, come to find out she was MAGA, she's a Trump supporter, a black woman, wearing the dreadlocks, got a husband, dark-skinned husband, everything. I mean MAGA Trump supporter now. And then I saw this other dark-skinned black woman who was talking about how she's starting this women's gym only for biological females. And I'm like, so if it's for biological females, then that means that trans men can go, right? That means that you're allowing trans men to come and you're allowing females who are non-binary but lean more to their masculine, like they could come too, right? So like, I'm not even upset about it because for me, you know, the only reason why it was a conversation for me because I think that it upset one of my sisters and she was like, and that's the reason why it became a conversation because, you know, she's a sex change. She introduced it to this group and we was all, you know, and it became a topic in the group. But this is how I am. Bitch, I don't want to go nowhere for no whites only pie dipped in blackface with a coochie on it. Bitch, all that's giving me is whites only pie teas. And I'm not here for the whites only pie teas. Like, you know, I think about life and I think about Martin Lawrence's character when he went through all them, you know, he just snapped one day and he was trying to get some of that whites only pie. Bitch, I don't want no motherfucker, bitch. I don't give a fuck if it's black and it's got a coochie, bitch. I don't want no whites only pie. So, that, like, if it's a space that's exclusive like that, I'm not gonna feel comfortable no way. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not, at this phase in my life, I'm not here for the whites only pie, and I don't give a damn what is packaged. I don't give a damn if it's black with a vagina, if it's black with a dick. If it's giving me whites only pie energy, it's whites only pie. I'm not here for that. I'm not here for that. I don't I don't look down on Caucasian people. I don't look down on Asian people. I don't look down on Dominican people. I don't look down on Hindu, Pakistani people. But let me let you know something. I'm definitely not going to reduce myself in your presence. So if you don't respect me, if you don't see me as your equal, if you don't respect my full autonomy and recognize my sovereignty, then bitch, we got a problem. But that goes for anybody. That goes for anybody. I treat you how you treat me. How you show up for me is how I'm gonna show up for you. How you engage with me is how you're going to be engaged with. I'm not doing that. Black people got to stick together and black this and black that, because a lot of times black people be using that fucking nonsense to try to hold you hostage. Black people is some of the most serious slave drivers. We some of the most oppressive individuals. Like when we start talking about the dirty shit that white people did, like I'm like, have black people listen to black people talk? Have black people listen to some of the things that come out of it. Like we paint this image of ourselves as so divine and so godly, but literally, and this is no tea, no shade, because I'm here for all of it, because I'm whole. But we can be some of the most venomous and viperous people. We'll be sitting around here casting spells and curses and wishing all type of shit on each other. And then when another race do it, we want to sit up here and call them demons and talk about how the white man is a demon. Bitch, have you heard some of the shit that black people have spoke over each other? Some of the shit that Negroes will say about each other? Some of the hateful ass shit, sitting up cackling and laughing and joking while you speaking some of the most horrible and horrific things over each other in a laughing and joking manner, as if it's a game. So miss me with the bullshit. Because I've had a chance to live in the black community and I've been able to look at it from the bottom up. I'm not on the top looking down. I'm not Jay-Z. I'm not Obama. I'm not one of those highfalutin Negroes that have had the luxury of looking at the black community from the top down. Bitch, I'm looking at it from the bottom up. So I see what it's really hitting for. And bitch ain't no scammiana going on here, bitch. Y'all try to paint this picture of black folks like we sitting around singing kumbaya and we always fouled around and fiddly dee impossible. No, bitch. It's some black people that are venomous and viperous and bitter. And bitch will bind you, will block you, will wish the worst thing on you for a little bit of nothing. You ain't even really gotta be done no. And the BET network is really showing you that. That's why I had stopped watching BET, but I started to watch BET again with a mindful attitude, because you're seeing a lot of these black people. Like I was looking at this storyline. You always see it always be black people in the comment section whenever you see Will and Jada children somewhere. So yesterday, Jaden was walking. Jaden had on his little top. Like I saw Jaden had on like this cute little couture top. And you know, black people in the comment section, put your grandma jacket back in the closet. Put your grandma church back. Put your grandma church jacket back in the closet. Girl, Will and Jada failed their children. Will and Jada is horrible parents. Will and Jada failed their children. Have we ever heard of Jada unaliving somebody? Have we ever heard of Jada unaliving somebody? Have we heard of Jaden molesting children? Have we heard of Jaden going robbing and stealing? Like have we heard of that? Have we heard of Jaden oppressing other people? Y'all say that Will and Jada failed as parents because Jaden likes to dress androgynous. They failed as parents because Jaden wears gender fluid clothing. Their parenting skills are trash because Jaden is gender fluid. Niggas, nigga shit. Niggonomics. Oh, y'all failed as parents. Oh, y'all horrible parents because your child is in. Not you failed as parents because Jaden is a pedophile. Jaden is trafficking children. Jaden is oppressing and beating women. Jaden is unaliving people. Jaden is drug trafficking. Jaden like to dress. Jaden like to wear girl clothes. Jaden like to put on. Y'all failed as a parent. Shit is crazy. Shit is crazy. Endless potential is something that the Patriarchy don't want. They want convenience, the convenience of their limited agenda. You better say that, Anandia. I knew long ago nature and nurture went different ways. We need to make Gaia whole again. Yes, aka ex mama. There, she's here patiently waiting to strike. You better say that, Tiamat. Pow, bingo. Entertain the tinsel show as a distraction. Would a straight man date Big Vern though? Oops. I'm late to the conversation. Hi. Hey, Goosey Prune. It's giving halflings only. Right. They can keep their lesbian jib. They can keep their undeveloped, mediocre, trash circles. Heavy on the fake. It's giving turf energy. Okay. I can't stand black turfs. It's too many black cis women who show up rough and rowdy, acting like hood boogers that will get clocked as men for how they carry on. You better say that. They only want to pretend to come together, but only the mindless slaves, Patriarchy supporters, but the whole time they don't fuck with each other. You better say that. They only want to pretend to come together, but only mindless slaves, Patriarchy supporters, But the whole time they don't really fuck with each other. Exactly. They want to control us, but can't even control their emotions, and are hypoactive sex drive. It's that goes on with a lot of cis people. Baby, they have been more programmed. Like that's why I'm so glad I got clipped and tucked. I love my sisters who can do it fully functional and still be whole and still have balance and still not get lost. But bitch, I cannot imagine having my dick and balls, bitch, being almost 50 years old, coming from the generation that I came from, built like I'm built, girl. Because you know I've always had ass, girl. So they always was objectifying me sexually, girl. Girl, being almost 50 years old, girl, being fully functional, girl. I wouldn't have survived, girl. The girl, straight people, halflings, bitch, them bitches be sex demons. Them bitches be sex demons. Demands. Demands. Demanifestations, bitch. Mm-hmm. A lot of black people are rotten to the core, but all dressed up pretty and put together. Come on, we'll put on jewelry, crowns, sit up here and give you a big old I am God and I'm this and I'm that. We'll give you all of that. We'll give you all of that, know all the stories, and be around here gatekeeping and hurting sheep. And you gotta pay attention to them. You gotta pay attention to them. You gotta pay attention to them. Let me tell you something. I know that the divine lives in me, but what do I teach? What do I teach? In every fucking video, I say the same thing so I never get fucking lost. I say, if I'm a child of God, goddess, then you know you are. And bitch, when I say that, I'm saying that, bitch. You see all the motherfucking foolishness I do? All of the fuck shit I get caught up in? All of the silly shit I be motherfucking doing, and I still could say some powerful stuff. I still could be used. That's why I say that at the end of every video. If I'm a child of God, goddess, you know you are. Fuck. Bitch. Bitch, I say that in every video, bitch, so that I don't never ever think that I'm above somebody else or that I'm more, bitch, because we all serve our own purpose. Like, I'm not gonna let nobody diminish me or belittle me, but I'm also not finna to try to exalt myself over other people. Now, bitch, if you's a fucking halfling, bitch, you demoted yourself. Bitch, I'm not exalting myself, bitch. You diminished yourself. How about that? How about that? Bitch, I didn't exalt myself. You diminished yourself. Bitch, I didn't tell you to be a halfling. Bitch, that was your choice. You chose to embrace halflingness and the Patriarchy. That's not my fault. That's not like a personal problem. How many videos we see of black women getting beat like men by actual men they deal with on purpose, but they want to police us. You better say that. Whew. You better say that. How many videos we see of black women getting beat like men by actual men, by the actual men they deal with on purpose? Because he didn't patty cake their face on mistake, but they want to police us. And you always know when the conversation is a setup, you know that it's a guided and fixed conversation when it is always centering the disdain that these raccoon halflings have for for trans women, and it's not even talking about trans men. Like, how the fuck you don't have no problem with trans men? Like, why isn't that your first? Like, why isn't all of this said with your chest? Like, why isn't this for trans men? Like, why you don't feel uncomfortable with a female that looks like a man being able to have access to your spaces? Like, why is that a problem? Why are you worried about someone who is literally emulating their foremothers, channeling divine feminine energy, who is resting more in the energy that you are? And the reason why is because a lot of y'all are taking on struggles that are not y'all's. Because let's be clear, there are a lot of white men who transition specifically because they know that the divine mother is returning and that we are headed towards. Now, I'm not here for a matriarchal society, neither am I here for a patriarchal society, hence the name Kaneen, hence the work of wholeness. So I'm here for something that is more of a hybrid of a matriarchy and a patriarchy. I am not necessarily here for either, but there are beings that are well aware that what goes up must come down, that the pendulum swings backwards and forwards. And so another season is coming, and that season can potentially be a matriarchal season. And so there are chess pieces put in place. There are what you call them implants and ops who are put in place to prepare for if this becomes a matriarchal society. So you have a lot of elitist, wealthy Caucasian folks, and we gonna go ahead and call a spade, some elitist black folks who have been put in position to co-opt the movement and to make sure that the matriarchy runs just like the patriarchy with a vagina. This is why I don't get too much into um black people talking about, black supremacy. Like, I am against racial supremacy because anytime we start talking about one race being superior to another, we're basically doing white supremacy in blackface. Because if you have those types of politics, then you clearly align with the politics of the previous regime. You just want your turn. You want your turn to be a bigot. You want your turn to be a racist. You want your turn to oppress. And how is that changing anything? How are we evolving? How are we really, really, really going to the next level? How are we becoming all that we can be and we still sitting around here playing petty games, doing petty shit? Some people may want to continue in that cycle. And if that's what you want, if you want your turn to be the slave master, if you want your turn to oppress white people, if you want your turn to oppress men, if you want your turn to get your catch back, to get your lick back, if you are a woman and you want your turn, you want it to be a matriarchy and you ready to rule over these men, if you are a black person and you want your turn to rule over these white people, if you are a trans person and you want your turn to rule over these cis people, then baby, by all means, have your way. Bitch, act like this McDonald's girl, and I'm loving it. Bitch, I love that for you, bitch. Bitch, act like you at Burger King, bitch, and have it your fucking way, bitch. But that's not what everybody want. That's not why we're all here. Some of us literally want to evolve up out of all of this bullshit. Some of us really don't want to come back to any of this bullshit. And that's the people that I'm talking to. That's the people Laylim Layler is for. That's what this spiritual practice and this work is about. Not my turn to be the house master. Not my turn to be the supreme nigga. Not my turn to be the supreme gender. Because I'm whole. I've already done it before. Sick of that. Ready to do something else. Ready to visualize something else. Ready to manifest something else. I've heard black women that will literally throw acid on other black women's faces, assuming they talking to they niggas, and the niggas be laid up rock climbing and beatboxing Deshaun, but we the issue. Exactly. He fucking his homeboy, and you out in the streets fighting your sister, and he literally with his homeboy the whole damn time. Clipped and tucked, exactly. These demon punks ain't getting this, Sophia, no ma'am. You keeping this for yourself, Anandia? I say, come on. Ain't no Zeus supporting over here. Be gone, demon child. Cocky, arrogant halflings only lead to self-destruction. They never say a peep about trans men or studs or masculine lesbians. And that be so interesting. I find that so odd that these bitches always like, that's why now, like, I'm really like, I'm so serious. Like, I'm about to get on my fast and I'm just about to go into a silo because I look at these motherfucking Delula Mays, these fucking halfling raccoon ass bitches. And I'm like, why is y'all always got the girls' names in y'all mouth? And I'm not gonna lie, some of us don't make it no better because we so brainwashed by the punkiarchy. We be out here head first, regurgitating some of the fuck shit these butch queens be saying. And so it hit different when a butch queen say something than when a girl who actually looked like something say it. So a lot of the toxic shit butch queens say, females will let the butch queen slide because you a fucking butch queen, bitch. You a punk. Like, they don't really see a punk as a threat to them. But when a girl that looked like a girl actually regurgitate some of that butch queen shit, that shit hit different. And that is the problem in our movement. That's the problem in our movement. When butch queens say that shit, females don't really be feeling threatened because it's a butch queen at the end of the day. This nigga look like a nigga. And even though these niggas be having your nigga, because believe me, these niggas be having your nigga. These niggas be having your nigga. These niggas be having your niggas. But females, a lot of them have been bred to be delusional to the fact that these niggas is having your nigga. But when a girl who look like a girl say that nigga shit, it hit different. It hit different. They be bothered. And these motherfucking trans women who be out here regurgitating that toxic, misogynistic, punkiarchy ass bullshit, girl, them punks make my skin crawl. Because see, it's a difference between a punk and a whole one. Y'all have to understand that a punk and a whole one is not the same thing. See, I have punk in me, just like I have nigga in me, just like I have bitch in me. But these are base, lower vibrational frequencies. I can get on that bitch frequency. I could get on that punk frequency. I could get on that whole frequency. I could get on that nigga frequency. But bitch, I have evolved past that, bitch. I'm not always gonna maneuver like no punk, no bitch, or no nigga, bitch, because I'm whole. But a part of my wholeness is the bitch, is the punk, is the nigga. But there's also wholeness. Wholeness. See, you evolve to accept the God and goddess within you. You evolve to accept the king and the queen within you. You evolve and you accept the mother and the father in you. You evolve and you accept all of these different aspects and essence and elements that create you. You are not just the bitch, the punk, and the nigga. The punk is the base vibration. The punk is the basic understanding that there is more going on than what's between between your legs. That's a very basic lower level frequency vibration. The punk is the base. And we got a lot of punks that's running shit because they done took that basic sense of who they are and they've manipulated it and cultivated it and used it to manipulate other people. And so punks are basically guiding the movement. But this is the most basic bottom barrel version of wholeness. The punkiarchy. These hoes will listen to a punk talk all day long. But this is the basic bottom barrel. This is the core. This is right now, bitch. This the seed that was put in the ground, bitch. It's not everything that came after it. The punk. Bitch, I will never deny my punk. My fag, my bitch, my hoe, my nigga. I'll never deny any of them. But they do not control me. They do not dictate who I am. They are layers like an onion. They are pieces and parts and components that configurate into my wholeness. But they don't dictate how I maneuver society. A man, a woman. They be whistling past trans men, but will shout and foam at us. They don't like to see the divine feminine in their authentic essence and form that don't align with the punkiarchy. And it's crazy because, bitch, I don't know why you think that because you was born with a pussy that somehow you're more tapped in, or somehow, like, literally, like then we'll say that if you have a womb, you can create life. No, like, I get caught up with that too. They are not, beings who are born with wombs are not creating life. They are the portal for life. They are cultivating life inside of them. They are nurturing life inside of them. But the life was already there. We are living, every cell in our body is living. We are all creating life. Every bitch, even though I will never push a baby out in this particular reality, every 7 years, my body creates all new fucking cells. We all are creating life. We all are doing that. We all are doing that. We all are creating living cells inside of us. Every 7 years, our body regenerates itself. We all fucking doing that. Some of us open a door and we bring other beings here, but you didn't just wake up one day when you was grown and just put a baby inside of you on your own. That's not how the fuck that shit worked. You came together and you agreed with another being. Y'all merged together. Y'all became one. Y'all agreed and y'all opened a door and y'all brought a being here that had to be nurtured inside of your womb until it was fully grown. It's not magic. It's science. It's been happening. And see, a lot of these and I like that you brought that up the other day, Anandia, how these niggas be simping, because niggas will be around here talking about men don't have no men don't have no predeterminators of life. You know, they don't have no benchmarkers of when they come into manhood, like how females have cycles and females go through all this. Child, this is how your body is this is how your body is developing to prepare to procreate, to how you gonna go to the bathroom, how you gonna relieve yourself, all of these things. That's what your sexual reproductive organs is for. But we've seen countless examples that genitalia does not always align with energy. Your genitalia does not always determine your energy or how you're going to navigate society. We've seen countless examples. We know this to be true. We've seen countless examples of this. Genitalia does not determine how you're going to navigate society, how you're going to show up, what your energetic imprint is going to look like. Genitalia does not determine that. Genitalia determines how you're going to use the bathroom. It determines, are you going to carry or are you going to plant seed? It determines, are you going to have a cycle or morning woods? You have a cycle or a morning wood? Y'all try to make it like it's so different. Bitch, all of us got, bitch, most people got two nipples, one belly button, two eyes, a nose, a mouth, two ears, one brain, two booty cheeks, two legs. The plumbing just different. Girl, knock it off. Knock it the fuck off, Fed. And some of us ain't even that different. Some of the shit mixed up inside of us. Some of us, the plumbing ain't even that different. Girl, stop. I hate to say, but too many of our trans brothers sit idly by while trans women, especially black trans women, are put in front streets as the pariahs of society. Child, this is why I say what I say, and I don't bite my tongue because a lot of I ain't gonna say all trans men because I do know a handful. And when I say handful, I mean a handful that are really, really supportive and really, really see the bigger vision. But a lot of trans men, a lot of beings who are born with vaginas and who sign up for that, they sign up to de-evolve. They sign up to reduce themselves. They sign up for that. They sign up for like a lot of trans men have come here for the fuck shit. They're here for it. They're here for it. A lot of trans men mimicking punks. Yes. Oh yes, honey. Yes, yes. Punks with vaginas. Punks with vaginas. Punkettes. Punkettes. Punks with vaginas. And who knows? Maybe trans men were the originators of the Patriarchy. Because they say the females was here first. Maybe the ones who created the closet, because maybe females, some of them went into the closet and pretended like they were not born female, pretended to be men. They maybe created the closet. Because somebody said in the comment section the other day, the closet is created for some things you have to hide. So if females came before males, I could imagine that a female would have created the closet to hide and say, oh, bitch, I was never female. Bitch, I'm male. And bitch, now I'm finna tell you men how to be men. Bitch, I'm finna create the Patriarchy. Because, bitch, the Patriarchy is you have a basic understanding of your femininity. Now, if you live most of your life aspiring to perform masculinity and to maneuver in a masculine way, then you haven't had time to get a full understanding of your femininity other than the biological aspects of your femininity, which will probably be your cycle, your ability to be able to carry life. And these are not things that you attribute to your femininity because this is your wholeness. like the birthing process and carrying a baby and all of that. These are biological things. These are biological things that you could do because you're in a female body. This is not necessarily the elements and the attributes that speak to what femininity is, because you can nurture, you can love, you can have maternal energy without ever having birthed any child, without ever having brought any workers here for this plantation. You could experience aspects of maternal energy without having to go through that experience. But if you never set out and try to really understand yourself in the feminine form or the female form, and you spent your whole life chasing masculinity and trying to live out this masculinity and trying to perform masculinity and trying to achieve that, then bitch, I could see how you would contribute to the patriarchy. Cause bitch, you're innately gonna have this connection to the divine feminine because you came here with a vagina. So some part of that in you instinctively is there. That connection to the divine feminine is there. But if you never taken time to really develop it or connect with it because you were so in pursuit of the divine masculine, so in pursuit of that connection to the divine masculine, that you never really had a chance to be whole and balance that shit out, then of course you're gonna contribute to the patriarchy. Yeah. You're gonna be one of the ambassadors for the patriarchy because you have not really took a chance to really. One of the things that I did after I got my sex change, after I had bottom surgery, and if you know me from Facebook, you'll notice I went through a period on Facebook where I let my facial hair grow, which it really didn't grow that much, but I had like a little light stash. I wore boy haircuts. I wore boy clothes. And I didn't do this for a couple of days. Like I did this, like there were days on and off for a few years that I did this because I realized that I started my transition so young that I didn't get a chance to really explore myself as a male. I didn't really, and of course, I couldn't have all of the experiences because the morning wood was gone. Because bitch, I had done already had the sex change, but I was able to tap into that energy because I was taking testosterone. So I was able to explore that part of myself. I was able to heal and make peace with the inner child, the boy side of me, because I don't embrace this dead name shit. Like I never felt like Antoine was my dead name. I feel like that is the name that my family gave me. That's my childhood family name. That's one of my many names. Just like, God is called Yahweh, Jehovah Jireh, the Lord God, Abram was called Abraham, and the father. I mean, and like people have other names, and so Antoine is one of the many names that I have. It's not my dead name. It's one of the many names that I have. It's a name that I feel like I've outgrown. It's a name that I don't feel like speaks to the totality of my being anymore, but it's still one of my names. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like when people call on that name, you're trying to reduce me because you're not acknowledging. Just like Tila. Tila is still one of my names, but that's not the name that I prefer to be called. It's not rocket science, but that's still one of my names. That's still a part of my personhood. That's still a part of my being. Amen, a woman. Mm, just want to be up under niggas for real. Take pickles and bowling bowls, laying expeditiously. These punks be on a mission to steal thy woman's niggas. Nadia, I love your fucking ass, bitch. I can't wait to meet your fucking ass. You and 100% pure love. I can't wait to meet y'all in person. Because y'all just give me so much life. Nadia said, these folks be on a mission to steal that woman's nigga. Bitch. Under they pickles and bowling bowls. Baby, I'm done. She's giving cut and paste where her man is getting them yams games. These bitches better start playing the whole fucking tape. Kaya tried to tell people, don't trust no punk. All right. I may not fuck with Kaya, but I respect the hell out of what she be saying and doing sometimes. I do too, but she could get it. I can eat greasy food, but that doesn't make my entire diet. That's right. Don't trust no punk, the motto. Don't trust no punk. The way butch queens will befriend a woman or man to get a piece of dingaling. Oh, girl, you better say that and be studying your man the whole time, baby. If they think they have a chance, honey, yes. The punks, the punks got some of the girls drinking Kool-Aid. Gay men will play the long game to get a man. They sure will. 68, I owe you one. They damn sure will 100% real love. They will play the long game to get your man. You ain't lying. The punks will introduce the woman to the poppy fields and go off and live happily ever after with they niggas. You better say that. We are creating life in many different ways. That's right, Anandia. We are biology personified. You better say that on S Child number 5. We express it in many outlets. That's right. It ain't limited just to a halfling. Because they want us to believe it's limited. They will simp until they blue in the face. You better say that. But see, some niggas, like, I love a nigga who have respect for a woman and who treat a woman with respect and treat a woman like a queen and honor her. Like, I love that. But I don't like when you try to blow smoke in a woman's ass because you know you still about to oppress her and you know patriarchy is still gonna be patriarchy. And bitch, I'm just gonna tell you that you more important than me, that you more valued than me, more valuable than me, so that I could, you know, blow some smoke up your ass and make you feel good about yourself for this moment. But at the end of the day, bitch, patriarchy still gonna be patriarchy, and bitch, that type of simping, bitch, that really, They only mentally limited to understanding that creation is just for making children, but ignore the other infinite creations that don't include child procreation. You better say that, Anandia. Knock it off, lovely. We fucked, we, what's fucked up are those ran and controlled body parts. Ooh, you better say that. It's only 1 or 2 trans men I know that really fuck with, support, and will protect the girls. I'm telling you, the numbers are few. The numbers are few. A lot of them bitches be ops. And this is not me giving a pass to the girls because a lot of the girls is ops too. But bitch, I've met a lot more trans men ops. I've seen girls, trans girls, like we legit have potential. And this is what people don't understand is that the divine mother does not choose a particular vessel to show up in. That's what makes her motherfucking divine. Bitch, if she wasn't divine, bitch, she would need to come in a pussy. she would need to have a vagina and some titties. Bitch, what makes her divine, bitch, is that she can be born with dick and balls, bitch, and still do wonders. Bitch, that's the divinity of it. Bitch, she don't need to come. And that's what a lot of these fucking halfling ass, mammification ass bitches is got the game fucked up, that you think that the divine mother gotta come with a pussy. You think that the divine feminine literally have to come here with a pussy. You really think that she can't be the divine feminine with dick and balls. Bitch, what greater way to show your power? What greater way to show your mama than to come here with dick and balls? What greater way to show? What greater way? And then some of us, we sacrifice because we know that this was all a test. And that's why we sacrifice. And that's why we go get rid of them dick and balls. Because, bitch, not only are we finna show you that the divine mother can come here with dick and balls, but we also finna show you that the divine mother got enough power and enough energy to not even have dick and balls. Bitch, to not have ovaries or fallopian tubes, or to have dick and balls, bitch, and the divine mother still gonna be divine mothering. The divine feminine still gonna be divine feminine. No motherfucking nuts, no motherfucking ovaries, no motherfucking fallopian tubes, no motherfucking phallus, bitch. Bitch, no, bitch, nothing, bitch. Bitch, just the hole, bitch. Just the void, bitch. Just the fucking void, ho. Wake the fuck up, ho. Cause mama still gonna be mama. Pussy or dick or neither. Hello. It's giving toxic punk and his enabling, trifling mammy that's co-parenting behind the matrix. It's giving toxic punk and his enabling, trifling mammy that's co-parenting. And I just don't understand how we be putting some of these females on a pedestal when they be here for this fuckery. I agree, Anandia. Lots of F to M, not all contribute to transphobia. Girl, I'm really starting to believe that trans men created the closet. I'm starting to believe that the trans masculine being created the closet, because what would you like if we think of this in a ancient prehistoric, what is the first thing that you would need to hide? You would need to hide the fact that you aren't biologically male. This is before the performance. Physically, you would need to hide that you do not have a penis. Hence, the creation of the closet. What would be the first thing you could think of? Because male-wise, you couldn't really see a male punk creating the closet, because a male punk doesn't really know that they punking. A lot of punks don't know they punking. Put that in the chat. Punks don't know they punking. A lot of punks don't know they punking. But if you born with a vagina, you might have a clue that you punking. Because you might feel insecure because you ain't got a dick. So you might have been the original punk. My God is God today. We got a word today. Oh my God, it's God today. The ancestors are using me today. Oh, we having a mighty word today on this live, huh? The original, the closet, my God is God today, was created by a transmasculine being. My God is God today was a mighty word today going forth on the live. So a transmasculine being probably first created the closet to hide the fact that there was no phallus. And so the transmasculine being had to perform at a higher standard to overcompensate for the lack of the phallic, because the punk that was born with the penis didn't know he was punking. My God is God today. He had a penis, and so he thought that he was the patriarchy just because he had a penis. He didn't know that he was doing punk things. He didn't know that he was punking because he had a penis. And so that penis told him that he could not be a punk because he had a penis. But then it was the punkette that did not have a penis, my God is God today, that said, wait a minute, I ain't got a penis, so I might be punking. So I need to hide this in that closet, and I need to perform masculinity at a higher rate because I don't want them to clock that I'm a punk. My God is God today. Oh, we on to something. We cooking today. Let her cook. Let her cook. Y'all don't hear me in the chat. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear what I'm. Y'all don't. I done went over y'all. Y'all don't understand that. Y'all don't understand that. I done went over y'all head. I done lost you. We on a whole nother. We having an esoteric conversation. We talking to the ancients. We talking to the primordial beings. We talking about before we accepted the constructs and the genders and all that. We talking about the ancestors before the foremothers and the forefathers. Y'all don't understand that. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about. Y'all don't understand. Let me know somebody understand. You understand in the chat? Do you understand in the chat today? Do you understand in the chat today? Them yams are digged in. They be studying that branch. It's gonna be a celebration when we meet OMG. Oh, yes, it is, baby. The divine feminine will take any. Yeah, will take in many forms. That's right, Ashe. Ooh, wow. I've been a mother to many dolls thrown out by their halfling families. Come on now, you better say that as child number 5. They claim to be real women, but heavily underestimate the infinite power and essence of the divine feminine. You better say that. The divine feminine don't equate or meet at the... Wait, what happened? Child, what is going on? Girl, wait a minute. Why is the screen doing that, girl? Girl, we done done too much, girl. Girl, we done too much. Girl, you see that, huh? Girl, what is going on, girl? Girl, what's going on, girl? Wait, I don't quite have legs. See, punks don't know they punky. Punks don't know they punky. Unaware, enabled punks. Punks drank the Kool-Aid. The closet was created by trans-masculine punk beings. That's right. We beyond the cosmos. That's right. We talking about the androgynous beings. That's right. I called it first take, and the halflings played in on it. They supported it. Understand, understand. The punks are upset. I can still hear you. I know the screen just went black. They're listening to our live. We on to something. Monitoring punks that had it. Child, who cut the cord? This is confirmation. That's right. We motherfucking bitch. Oh, bitch, they mad, bitch. Oh, bitch, they mad, bitch. Is they fucking mad, bitch? They fucking mad, bitch. Bitch, the motherfucking screen went black when we motherfucking unlock some shit, bitch. The screen went black, bitch. When you say you want a confirmation of something, when you want confirmation, when you talking about something and you want confirmation and you agree, baby, do you see that shit? Oh, y'all unlocking too much right now. Y'all unlocking, y'all doing too much work right now. Y'all on here, y'all doing too much work right now. This thing got too deep. The work getting too deep now. Y'all getting too deep with it now. The screen went black when we got into this. The screen went black. What they say, Black Mirror? Black Mirror. This some Black Mirror shit right here. The screen fucking went black. Well, child, we don't need to talk beyond that. We gonna go ahead and let that go. Let this go. Cause baby, we got our confirmation today. So we know that the closet was created by a trans masculine being who was trying to hide that the fact that they didn't have no phallus, and the halflings backed it up. Because we already know now, we could see the way that the females interact with one another, that they probably was protecting the trans masculine being like they protecting each other now. And see, what we have to do as trans femmes, what we have to do, and you know, I don't really like calling us trans femmes because, bitch, I didn't transition to be feminine. Bitch, I was born feminine. Bitch, I was born honoring my mothers and my fathers. I the only changes that I made was to physically reflect what was going on inside of me. But I'm not no transgender, bitch. I've always been who I am, bitch. I ain't changed my gender, bitch. I embraced it. I changed some physical parts on my body, bitch. And motherfuckers do that every day, bitch, whether they trans or not. Bitch, women around here getting titties, dudes around here getting bigger dicks, having surgeries on their motherfucking head, hair, and they face and their chin, bitch. Everybody trans, bitch, if that's the fucking case, bitch. I ain't no fucking transgender, bitch. I'm who I always been. But us, the ones who are identified as trans women, the ones who society try to call trans women, we have to not allow ourselves to get sucked into the punkyarchy and to regurgitate that patriarchal toxic shit. We have to continue to channel the divine feminine, the true divine feminine, the true mother, the true nurturing force, the true loving force, the true force that just wants to see us evolve and wants to see us go through this phase so that we can move to the next phase and just continue to be this ever expanding, ever evolving, all encompassing version of ourselves. A man, a woman. And so we have to not get caught up in a loop with the rest of these people, with the rest of what society's doing, because everybody is out here trying to play a game and they hustling and they trying to get to the bag. And don't get me wrong, I understand that the bag is necessary for resources. You know, I would love to be able to have retreats. I would love to own land. And, you know, unfortunately, I haven't got to the place esoterically where I know how to just motherfucking focus real hard and bitch land just popping up, and so my mind is still brainwashed and conditioned to the fact that I got to get some money and buy some land. I haven't evolved to the point mentally and emotionally where I could just motherfucking close my eyes and meditate and bitch all of a sudden some land appear and a house appear and I can make, my friends who I want to see and I want to spend time with and share time with. I ain't got to get on a bus or get on a plane to travel to them. I haven't gotten to the place in my spirituality where I could blink my eyes and just make things happen and make us come together. You know what I'm saying? And so we still doing the work of undoing that. But first we have to realize we have to do the work of understanding where we went off, how we lost, how we missed the mark, how we got in this rabbit hole. And that is the work that we doing on Lay Lim Lay Learn. We did some good work today because as you could see, baby, they wasn't having it. As you can see, they was not having it, Andy. They was like, because y'all doing too much. And I know what's going on. I know that, we are, the people who, come to my lives consistently. I see the potential of the group. And that's why I have started to kind of like pace myself more with the group because this information is not for everybody. And this live probably should have been on a Zoom call, if I'm just going to go ahead and be honest. But we needed this to happen today so we could see we are moving into the real new year. You know what April 1st is? The real new year. And, we are coming into the sun, getting back closer to the earth. Things are going to be more charged. This is going to be one of the most powerful and energetic years that we have faced. And I've been working on a spell and I'm gonna share with you next time I come live. But I've been working on a spell to shift the power from billionaires and to shift the power from the extremely wealthy who's hoarded it. I've been working on a spell and I'm going to share that spell. And how I end my videos with like my spells that I be saying now, like bound and round, both circle and square, and those incantations. I've been working on a spell to shift the power from greedy billionaires, and I'm going to start incanting that regularly. And so right now it's in the phase of like I'm meditating on it. I'm being really thoughtful about the words and the arrangement. And then when I share it with y'all and we start to incant it together, then it's going to have more power. And so yeah, I came up. I was watching the movie Richie Rich the other day, and when Richie Rich, told them, they was talking about cutting the fat and firing the poor workers, and like laying them off work. I was like, if only that could have been a reality. And so that led me to start thinking of ways to cast a spell to shift the power from the wealthy. And you know what I went to thinking about? I went to thinking about all the dams that have been created on this planet. And I think those dams were created purposely to and that's why the world is always like we're always hearing how the world is destroyed by floods. Really, honestly and truly, that's not destruction. That is loosing that energy. That energy is bound up by dams, and that's what billionaires represent. They represent dams. They represent these dams that are created to hoard energy, to hoard essence. um Another thing that I thought about esoterically was when you hear the word energy, it sounds like inner chi, which is power inside, energy, inner chi. And so these beings are holding our energy. They're holding our energy and breaking down those dams, so that energy can flow. Amen, a woman. So I'm in this place where I'm ready for the ancestors to let that energy flow. Amen, a woman. So y'all have a beautiful day. I want y'all to light y'all candles, and I want y'all to take care of yourselves. And okay, we are evolved whole feminine beings. You better say that. Understand the trans men are on mute. We entered a new level today. That's right. Yeah, we entered a new level today. We have strength in many ways, but don't speak of their entirety. The fire, the first shall be last, and the last shall be first. I say, and bitch, if you fall in the middle, get ready to work. Transforming transformations are forced evolution through eons of buildup and suppression. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, so make sure y'all light y'all candles today. Take care of yourselves. And like I said, it will probably be a minute before I go live, but I will be doing like videos. I will be doing videos. Um, but everything was cosmically aligned. You know, we got our confirmation in this video, you know. And it's so amazing how I waited a while to go live. And then when I went live, the ancestors gave us like a tangible confirmation of the path that we on the work, you know, the work that we doing. You know, when they, I agree with the Bible when it says when two or more are gathered, the divine is in the midst. And so this was an intimate live with people who are really, really sincere about this work and understand this work. And we are aligning, our energies align. We get a sign today. We got a physical, tangible sign. So thank you, God, Goddess. I love y'all. Bound and round, both circle and square. We too speak life, so operations beware. Sending healing to those in despair. El by both, so which means we come in peace, no harm to any. Lay them, lay love. Ian Gani, Iyanko, Kalukalo, which means I am a child of God Goddess, and if I am, you know you are. As above, so below, as within, so without. Thank you, God Goddess. Amen. A woman, lay them, lay lur. Remember, the candles represent the past, the present, and the future. We thank the ancestors who have come, the ancestors who are here, and the ancestors who will come. I love you all. Have a beautiful day. And like I said, I'll be checking in through videos. Thank you, Anandia. Thank you, 100% Pure Love. Thank you, S Child number 5, for everything that y'all contributed to the conversation. I can't wait till Fatima get a chance to tap in, because she probably going to tap in the comment section and say something, because this was a damn good video. Aaron wasn't here today. There was another energy that was missing. But everybody who was here, y'all showed up and showed it. I love y'all. Y'all take care later.